So welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K24 Next Gen. In today's video, we are back with another episode of our Throwback Rebuild series, and today it's the 2018 Washington Wizards. When I think back to like the mid to late 2010s of the NBA, a team that I think about a lot are these Wizards teams. Now, this was a group led by John Wall and Bradley Beal, who are a very, very fun backcourt for many, many years. Here in 2018, we're kind of on the back end of this. John Wall only played 41 games this season. He ultimately had one more year left in Washington after this before he ended up moving on. But this was a team, and multiple teams at that were really, really good, but unfortunately were just never good enough. So our goal today is, of course, to change things up a little bit, hopefully get this Wizards team a championship. We are here doing this Wizards rebuild today because there were many people requesting we do some sort of variation of a John Wall and Bradley Beal Wizards rebuild together. They were a very, very fun duo while they were playing together, of course, when they were both healthy. And this is a team that I really do want to see get a championship. So that'll be my goal today. Of course, before we do get in this video, you guys let me know any other rebuilds you want to see. Of course, 2K25 right around the corner, like 3 weeks away. So we got to maximize the window we got left here in 2K24. Let's get into this one. As we have now arrived at the start of the 2017-2018 NBA season, we're going to go ahead and have a quick conversation about this Wizards team. Now, this was a group, ended up winning 43 games, which clinched them the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference, lost in round 1 in 6 games to the 1 seed Toronto Raptors, and ultimately there just really wasn't enough talent here, right? John Wall was injured, played 41 games this season. Bradley Beal was certainly out there trying his best, but at the end of the day, this was just a team that was never going to be able to beat a 1 seed, anything like that. So let's start out here at the point guard spot. Our highest rated overall player, John Wall, who, by the way, is still trying to make an NBA comeback today. Obviously, after Washington, his game significantly fell off between injuries and, maybe a little bit of ego, honestly. It was just never something right seeing John Wall in a Rockets jersey or a Clippers jersey or anything like that. But if you guys are too young to remember, I would recommend you go back and watch some highlights of Wizards John Wall, because this dude was an absolute problem for a very, very long time. So I'd love to get him a ring today. That's going to be my ultimate goal, and we'll see how that goes. Got Ramon Sessions here, or whoever that user-created player pretending to be Ramon Sessions is. I absolutely hate that contract, but he's a solid backup point guard, I would say. But yeah, that contract is not great. All right, here, shooting guard spot. 24-year-old Bradley Beal. He is an 88 overall. Again, I would love to get him and John Wall a ring together. We look at Bradley Beal today. Now a member of the Phoenix Suns. Certainly was not the greatest first season for him there in Phoenix, but excited to see what we can do with him here today. Got Jody Meeks, excuse me, here at the back of shooting guard spot. He's 30 years old. Kind of similar to Sessions, I would say. I don't necessarily love the contract, but it's not terrible. You can ignore the, user-created players that are here because there wasn't enough roster spots. Okay, we head to the small forward spot. Otto Porter Jr., you guys understand. 24 years old right now. He's on a 3-year, basically $50 million contract. He's an 81 overall. I definitely don't hate it. He's probably the 3rd best player on this team right now. So we'll see what we want to do with him here today. Got Kelly Oubre Jr., still a very, very solid NBA player. He's only 22 here, so of course our main goal with him is just to see how much we can develop. And we head to the power forward spot. Oh boy. Jason Smith, Mike Scott, certainly going to look for an upgrade here at some point in time. Then the center spot, Marcin Gortat. Oh my God. I remember, 2015, 2016, something like that. This dude tormented my Celtics. It was such a pain in the ass, and I absolutely hated watching every second of it. Marcin Gortat, very underrated center. Go look up what a Gortat screen is if you don't understand. I don't know why Markieff Morris is listed as a center. In all honesty, I'll probably move him to the power forward spot. But 6'9" Markieff Morris is not going to be my backup center. Yeah, Jan Mahimi here as well, who I believe at one point actually ended up getting paid a metric fuck ton of money. That is clearly not right now, but interesting. All right, we have some upgrades to make with this roster. We're going to move some positions around. I'll see you guys with our first move. One of these things I love about throwback rebuilds is I obviously have the ability to see into the future, know how things are going to work out for a certain player or prospect, and ultimately make the right decision and end up making a trade or drafting them. Today, it's going to be a trade. It's going to be a deal here with the Brooklyn Nets. We are sending out Marcin Gortat and Mike Scott. I know I just got done pumping the tires of Gortat, telling you guys how underrated and how great I do really think he was, but ultimately at 33 years old and an expiring deal, he was probably not going to be in our long-term plans. So Jared Allen is certainly, a lower overall than Gortat, but he is only 19. Obviously, that rookie scale contract, and I'm excited to have him here. So going to be making a swap here with Brooklyn. Again, not giving up a single draft pick and getting, a 19-year-old rising up-and-coming center in Allen really feels like a good start. And then our final trade here before we kick off year one is going to come with the Memphis Grizzlies. We just acquired Tyler Zeller in the deal with Brooklyn that landed us Jared Allen. But ultimately, he's kind of a third center and an expiring deal. And if the Memphis Grizzlies are willing to give me a first-round draft pick for him, I'm certainly going to take it. Let's go ahead and set that rotation. Ready to go here for our first season in DC. We made a couple moves that somewhat improved this team. This bench is certainly still a work in progress, but overall, I do like how this starting five is coming together. It's John Wall and Bradley Beal, incredibly skilled backcourt, going to be kind of the two guys hopefully going to lead this team to the playoffs. You got Otto Porter here at the 3. I moved Markieff Morris to the 4, not that there was any really doubt about that. And then obviously newly acquired Jared Allen here as our starting center. Jan Mahimi will not be my sixth man, excuse me. It's going to be Kelly Oubre. He's going to be taking 20 minutes a night off the bench. Got Jan Mahimi behind him, Jason Smith, Ramon Sessions, and Jody Meeks. Clearly the bench unit is still a work in progress, if you will. It's definitely something we will address this offseason, but as of now, we have our foundation set. We have multi-year contracts, and that is, of course, the exact way I want to start this thing out. I will see you guys at the end of year one. Year one was not what we were hoping for. We ended up going 30-52, which is, of course, worse than what this team actually did in real life with 43 wins. So, work in progress would be an understatement. LeBron James, he is your MVP. Would this technically be his last year in Cleveland? I think it would be. Yeah, it was, right? Because he started in 2018-19 season in LA. Yeah, I got it. You can ignore that. Zach LaVine is your sixth man of the year. I'm not sure why he's not starting. Kawhi, your Depoy. Goran Dragic, holy shit. God damn. What the hell? All right, and I don't know who that is, but 68 wins there in Los Angeles. That was one of the craziest awards, slideshows I've ever seen in my life. All right, let's go over it a little bit. 30 wins, not going to be a playoff team. I'm not sure why the play-in's here already. It wasn't in real life, but again, work in progress. We were the 12th seed here in the East, and it was probably a bottom 6-7 record in all of basketball. So let's go over the stats a little bit, see how everybody played for us. Points per game, it was Bradley Beal and John Wall, both over 22 a game. Certainly love to see it. What we really need, and it's relatively obvious, is just another scoring option here. 13 points a game as a third option, and Markieff Morris, who is clearly regressing a little bit. It says his relations are heated. Certainly something we're going to have to work on. Jared Allen, and then assist was John Wall. So playoffs are not in the cards here in year one. Again, I'm hoping this is our only bad season, but that is very much up for debate. It is a Cavs and Warriors final. Surprise, surprise. And the Cavs actually sweep the Warriors. I believe in the 2018 NBA Finals, the Warriors actually swept the Cavs. So funny how that all kind of works out. Okay, it is time for our first offseason. Kobe Bean Bryant calling it a career. Vince Carter, Dirk Nowitzki, Jason Terry. Two different versions of ISO Joe, Jamal Crawford, Boozer, Nene, Manu Ginobili. A lot of legends there, man. A lot of legends. Kobe and Dirk are the only two that end up in the Hall of Fame, though. Okay, historic changes. It was for a while. It's fine. That's good. You don't want it to reset to 24. You want it to reset to 18. Okay. Cool. Draft lottery. This is the biggest moment of the videos for us so far. We are currently projected the 6th overall selection. This is the 2018 draft class. Luka, DeAndre Ayton, Marvin Bagley. Yeah, that's a fun top 3. Let's see what ends up happening here. We end up with the 3rd overall pick. So we jump up 3 spots and are going to be drafting in the top 3. Okay, Larry Brown. What? Okay, well, those ratings aren't going to work for me. I think this could be... Wait, we have Stauffer on the staff? I mean, I'll just offer it to him. I'm assuming he'd probably take a promotion, if you will. I'll also throw an offer at Frank Vogel just in case, and then I'll also make one to Mr. Stout or Mr. Underwood. Okay. What the fuck? Okay. What the hell is going on? Just give me Mike Stauffer. Are we good? We're good. Okay, let's head up to the draft. A lot of things to consider here. Of course, DeAndre Ayton did go number 1 overall in real life. I have a feeling that is probably, well, maybe it will. Luka Doncic, Jaren Jackson Jr. I mean, Luka would be incredible. Trae Young would be incredible. I'm thinking I go with somebody else, though. And I'm only saying that because I understand that we have a very, very talented backcourt right now. And I truly do want to get John Wall and Bradley Beal both the ring. And certainly there's an argument to say, hey, maybe just play Luka at the 3. I think I got Luka a decent amount recently. So I'm going to pass upon Luka unless he somehow just miraculously falls to 3, which is likely not going to happen. But if it does, maybe I'll take him. I'll figure it out. Okay, Atlanta drafts him as they did in real life. Maybe they won't be so stupid and trade him away this time, but we're not going to be getting Luka today. DeAndre Ayton goes number 2 overall, meaning we have our... What the fuck? Whoa. Whoa. What the... Did it just auto-draft for me? I mean... What the fuck? Okay. I'm not sure what just happened, but I am going to make sure that does not happen again. Whoa. Okay, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna take Jaren Jackson Jr., so thank God 2K did, but why did it just auto-draft? Okay, that's a little nerve-wracking. Did I have, like, some off-season periods auto-simulated? I don't think so. Okay, whatever. We're picking up the option on Kelly Oubre Jr. We look at qualifying, no thank you. And as we now enter free agency, certainly some talented players here. You see Jan Mahimi, obviously LeBron. You got Boogie Cousins sitting here, Kyrie Irving, Isaiah Thomas. So there are certainly some names here. You got Nikola Jokic, who is a 90 overall, but is a restricted free agent. You got Embiid, who's also here, but also restricted. There are some names here. I think we have a trade or two in the works. To be completely honest with you, I was not overly impressed with the way Otto Porter Jr. played for us here in his first season, so I'm just going to go ahead and move on from him. I don't hate the contract. I think it's actually a reasonable value and reasonable money for the way he was playing, but ultimately, we can clear up some cap space, maybe sign one of these star free agents while acquiring two really solid draft picks. We're sending him to the Atlanta Hawks, of course you can see, but they just had the first overall pick, and I understand they're probably going to be a better team now with the addition of Otto Porter and drafting Luka Doncic, but it is still an unprotected first from a team that was just picking number 1 overall. So I'm going to take that. Clears up a little bit of money now. Hypothetically, we're not going to be signing, LeBron James or anybody like that, but there are certainly some players we could be interested in. So I'm just going to clear out pretty much all the bad contracts here. Basically everybody from Ramon Sessions down, excluding Jared Allen, but I just don't really see any reason to hang on to guys, with making this kind of money that are at this stage of their careers. Thank you very much, Chicago. And again, I'm not saying it's going to clear up money to the point where we're going to be signing like a LeBron, but if we can get somebody who's, relatively decent, I would certainly go ahead and take that. So basically just kind of cleaning house right now a little bit. Let's just see. Thank you very much, Minnesota. And then what's our money situation looking like right now? Like, how about a guy like Andrew Wiggins? We apparently only have $12 million in cap space for. Okay, well, that did not go the way I thought it would. Why is that? Why do we only have $12 million? I feel like we should have more, right? You know what I'm saying? All right, well, we are in an interesting position right now because obviously I assumed that would be more money than it actually ended up being. Carmelo Anthony sitting here, he's 34. Why is that? Do I have to renounce a bunch of players? Let me just see. Like, if I renounce everybody here, is it going to give me more money? It's not. Okay, well, this is very, very interesting. And not at all what I was expecting. All right, I guess a guy like TJ Warren certainly could be an option at my small forward spot. And yeah, not what I was hoping for, but it's what we ended up with. So welcome to the team, TJ Warren. And now our goal is just to improve this bench a little bit. So let's take a look at some options here. Shannon Brown, Daquan Cook. Danny Green actually wouldn't be terrible if you want to bring him in on a 2-year deal. If Danny Green's interested in that, oh boy. Not the offseason I was hoping for. I'm actually still a little bit confused why we didn't have as much money as I was hoping. Looks like Morris is actually able to be brought back. Okay. Fine by me. We head over to the center spot. Larry Sanders. Oh, my God. That is not a name I've heard in a long time. Pick him up as well. All right. I think we just need a point guard at this point, and we're going to enter year 2 in a very interesting position, to say the least. I have no idea who any of these people are. Jared Bayless, I guess. Not my favorite offseason ever. I will see you guys at the start of year 2. That was a very interesting offseason period we just ended up going through. I was not really prepared for it. I mean, it started out very weird when the game kind of drafted Jaren Jackson Jr. for me, which of course was the selection I was hoping to make anyways. But yeah, very, very weird. And then we had less money in free agency than I was initially anticipating. I would say, honestly, though, we did improve this bench unit a little bit, and I actually do prefer this starting 5 as well. So overall wise, I'd give the offseason like a C+/B-, but I hope for more. So hopefully this team still ends up being good. I will go over the really positive news with you in just a minute. But as of now, it is John Wall, Bradley Beal, Kelly Oubre Jr. is now in the starting 5. 2K recommends I start him. I'm just going to go ahead and do what they say. Got Jaren Jackson Jr., who we just drafted 3rd overall, or I say we, relatively, of course. And then Jared Allen, still my starting center. Bench unit, Markieff Morris going to take over as my 6th man. Got TJ Warren, who we ended up signing to be our backup small forward. Larry Sanders, our backup center. Danny Green, and then Jared Bayless. So the bottom end of the bench unit certainly still needs some work, but I think overall-wise, we have improved it. The good news is that if you take a look at this, we are projected to have up to 5 first-round picks this year, which I think could be very, very good, right? I mean, law of averages would say that one of these has to be at least somewhat decent, right? You would hope so. I will see you guys at the end of year 2 here in DC. The 2019 NBA season has come to an end, and Steph Curry is your MVP. We end up winning 44 games. It is certainly an improvement from the 30 we won last year, and I will take it, all things considered. Luka Doncic does win Rookie of the Year there in Atlanta. Overall-wise, the numbers are certainly not, the the worst. It's just funny seeing like Luka Doncic with those numbers because I'm pretty sure he averaged like, what did he average? I mean, I know it was over 20 points a game his rookie year, but it's just funny to see. Brickleberry Simmons, your sixth man of the year in Philly. Kawhi, another DPOY. De'Aaron Fox, most improved. And Eric Spoelstra, who is now the head coach of the Golden State Warriors. Okay, that's okay. Let's get into it. Let's go over the standings. We end up as the... Oh, wow, we missed. Wow, okay. I don't know why I thought we were going to be like 5 or 6, but no, we are not. So the play-in, which of course was not a thing technically at this time, but we will go ahead and fight for that spot anyways. Let's go over the stats real quick. See how everybody played for us. It was Bradley Beal, John Wall, TJ Warren off the bench. Wow. Okay, we had, what was that, 6 total guys, or 7 total guys, 10-plus points a game. Interesting, kind of a way to go at it. Allen led us in boards and assists was Wall. We are fighting, in the play-in here. I guess I will take it considering... it is what it is. Collison, Oladipo, Lance Stevenson, Thad Young, Miles Turner. I think we're better. We are. And we are now in the playoffs as the 7th seed. We are taking on the Philadelphia 76ers, Markelle Fultz, JJ Redick. Oh, fuck. Okay, so they lost Embiid in free agency, but they made up for it by signing LeBron. Okay. Well, I think it's safe to say that Philly's probably the better team here. We do win Game 3 at home, lose Game 4. We force Game 6, force Game 7, lose Game 7. A fun season overall. This is going to have to be a really, really, big offseason, though. And Nikola Jokic ends up being the Finals MVP. This is the 2019 Finals. It was the Toronto Raptors, Golden State Warriors in real life. Denver beats Philadelphia in this scenario. All right, it is the final offseason. We have, whoa. What the fuck is this fucking saved file? Okay, historic changes. That's good. That's fine. This is stupid. That is good. All right, we clearly have some decisions to make. I don't know what the protections are on any of these picks, but I am really hoping that we end up with something. Oh my God, all of them are protected. Fucking God damn it. All right, staff signing, Stauffer, obviously good. Let's head up to said draft and just see what we got going on here. We have the 18th pick. Yeah, looks like the Bulls and the Grizzlies, which were the ones that, of course, were projected to be really, really good, ended up being protected. So we'll have them as trade assets. I'm not going to use... Well, maybe I will use some of these picks. Let me go check my settings real quick, make sure these periods aren't simulated. Give me a second. The Celtics have the number 1 overall pick, and I want it. This is the Zion Williamson, John Morant draft class, and ultimately, I think it is time to get the deal done. I just want Zion Williamson. I think he would be a tremendous addition to this team, and they agree to it. All right. I turned off some setting. Okay, it looked like it was the correct one. I am taking Zion number 1 overall. Do we have anything else? We have 20 in round 2. I'll just pass upon that. I'm happy that I figured that out, and I'm happy that we now have Zion here because I do think he's going to be a big addition to this team and will allow me to move other pieces potentially in a trade. So Jared Allen's going to be brought back. Qualifying Kelly Oubre Jr., certainly somebody I'd be interested in retaining. And as we now enter free agency, of course, money is not really on our side today, even though this is a loaded free agency class. So I think it's probably just time to consider some different trades and things like that. Of course, it's not like we have, millions of dollars in different assets to go out and acquire some certain players, but I am certainly going to give it my best shot. We're talking to the Chicago Bulls right now, and we're going to see if we can maybe pick up Lauri Markkanen in a trade. Now, we do currently have a trade exception. Lauri Markkanen is making under $5 million, and that trade exception would allow us to give up nothing but draft picks, hopefully land him. So I know he's only an 80 overall, but realistically, with the assets and the contracts we have, it's got to basically be somebody on a rookie deal. So let's go ahead and through that trade exception. We would just be sending the Bulls back their own draft pick. I would also give you my own first in 2021. And then, oh boy, did not mean to do that. Let's just see. Can I get this done without giving up too much? Shit. Because I do want to hang on to a couple extra draft picks in case I want to make one more upgrade. Okay. We end up landing Lauri Markkanen. He's certainly a nice upgrade at the small forward spot. I don't know what's going to happen to his overall, but it is definitely a nice addition as things stand right now. Now, the other thing I'm going to consider are potential upgrades at my center spot. I would like to have Jared Allen on this team. He just might end up coming off the bench. And I only say that because he's only 21. And although he's kind of played well, filled his role, I do think a higher overall heading into what I guess is considered a championship or bust final regular season wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. So I'm going to consider a few different things there as well. I do want to upgrade this bench. I want to look at some potential backups here. Beno Udrih is 37. God damn. A guy like TJ McConnell wouldn't be the worst option in the world. The shooting guard spot. Ooh, a guy like Jordan Clarkson could be a really enticing option for me. So let's bring him in. Kelly Oubre Jr. is also still sitting here. So he is restricted as far as I know. I believe I should be able to get him back. Let me just see. If I look up Oubre, sometimes this game is really weird with the players it lets you pay. Okay, it's going to let me pay Oubre, which is good. I do want to bring him back off the bench. Excited to have him here, and then it is basically just a backup point guard at this point, which I think might have to be dealt with after we find our center upgrade. I'm attempting to land Andre Drummond here from the Detroit Pistons. We are offering Morris and Warren, who are kind of just out of the rotation at this point after the moves we have made, and we get it done. All right, Andre Drummond, 87 overall, a little bit of an upgrade over Jarrett Allen. I really do need to find myself a backup point guard at this point. It's not going to be anybody great. Yeah, this is just really bad. All right, you guys are probably going to hate me for this, but I'm just going to sign a couple scrubs off. Okay, let me try this round too. I'll bring in Raymond Felton, and then I'm going to probably try to trade Raymond Felton right off the rip. I know nobody likes it when I do this, but I have to give it a go because I'm basically all out of options at this point. So let's just see. Are there any point guards here? You know, I'm not trying to rip anybody off in a deal, but just somebody. I can get an old friend Marcin Gortat back. Oh boy, not a single point guard being offered to me. All right, well, I will see you guys at the start of year 3 with either a trade or we're just going to rip Raymond Felton as their backup point guard. Here at the start of year 3, the Milwaukee Bucks are willing to deal me DeLon Wright. It's a 2 overall upgrade over Raymond Felton. Certainly 10 minutes a night isn't going to probably be the biggest deal in the world, but when we are, again, as I've mentioned now multiple times, in a championship or bust scenario, I'd like the roster to be as good as possible. So that's the deal with Milwaukee. Let's set this rotation. There's a lot of pressure on us right now. We haven't even won a playoff series yet, and we are hoping that this is going to be a championship third and final regular season. It is John Wall, Bradley Beal, Lauri Markkanen, Zion Williamson, and Andre Drummond. Bench unit will now be led by Jaren Jackson Jr., Jarrett Allen, Kelly Oubre Jr., Jordan Clarkson, and DeLon Wright. I don't know if it's good enough. I'm not going to sit here and bullshit you fine people. There's definitely a possibility that we may not be as good as I am hoping we are going to be. I mean, if everybody was in their primes on this team, we would be a god squad, but that is not the scenario we find ourselves in. So here goes nothing, man. Final regular season. I'll see you guys at the end of it. I'm always fascinated by this game. Always just trying to find out different ways to make good teams, bad teams, somewhere in the middle, and really just what 2K is a fan of, right? I've been doing this for 7 years, and I still really don't know. This team went 70-12. Did you think this was a 70-win team before we kicked off this season? I sure as shit didn't. That doesn't mean anything, though. We could still lose in the first round of the playoffs, because I think that's more likely than this team winning a championship. I'm not saying we're not good, but this is not a 70-win team. So I'm going to be cautiously optimistic as we head into what will hopefully be our first long playoff run. Nikola Jokic is your MVP. Zion Williamson does win Rookie of the Year for us. He was absolutely fantastic. Ben Simmons, once again, your 6th man. Kawhi Leonard, once again, your depoy. Mo Bamba, most improved. And then Stauffer, Coach of the Year. I don't know, right? This game never fails to amaze me, no matter how many times I've done these rebuilds. All right, we are the 1 seed here in the East. It was the best record in all of basketball, and we are hoping that it is now. That's not what I was looking for. We are hoping that it is now time to fucking god damn it. We are hoping that it is now time to get that championship. All right. I mean, here are the numbers all across the board. We finally got that like third elite scoring option we were looking for this time. In Zion Williamson, Drummond led us in boards and assists was John Wall. So we're the 1 seed. We are going to end up facing the Milwaukee Bucks, who are pretty good themselves. You got Eric Bledsoe or whoever that is, Malcolm Brogdon, Giannis, Greg Monroe. God, the Moose. That is not a name I've heard in a while. I think they're beatable. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I think they are a good team, especially for an 8 seed, but we're better. We end up winning and finally winning a playoff series. As we move on to the Indiana Pacers here, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, goddamn, Victor Oladipo, Joe Ingles, Sabonis, Turner, you got Clint Capella, Bojan Bogdanovic, Beno Udrih. All right, that is a deep Indiana team that certainly has, some up-and-coming talent. They do win game 4, and we do end up winning in 5. Okay, we do not have to face LeBron in the 76ers. We get Isaiah Thomas in the New York Knicks. Frank Ntilikina, Justin Holiday, Tingus Pingus, Zubats, Cantor. I think we're better than them. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't really think it's close either. Okay. Well, we are now in the finals, taking on the Dallas Mavericks, who have Jimmy Butler and DeAndre Jordan. But other than that, this team doesn't really move me too much, to be completely honest. So up 2-1. Damn, they win game 4. Okay. All right, heading to Dallas. We can get it done here. We can get a championship here. And just like that, all the wrongs of this video can be righted very, very quickly. God damn it. Fight. Have some balls. I'll see you in there. 2 minutes left in what is a very important game 6. We are down by 3 points. I have got to play some of the best 2K of my life. I absolutely hate the Lauri Markkanen on Jimmy Butler matchup. I think it is absolutely terrible. They are obviously both listed as small forwards, and that just kind of shows you fucking God. Lowry getting cooked in the pick and roll. All right, this is now a 5-point ball game. This is what I get for not playing on-ball defense. Why John Wall would not be in this game right now is so utterly beyond me. It's not even funny. Lowry answered. There wasn't even a fucking shot meter. Take me out to dinner before you fuck me, 2K. I mean, god damn. What is that? What is that bullshit? Thank you. Okay, I need a timeout. I don't know how many we have. We have one, full timeout remaining now at this point. I need John Wall in this fucking basketball game. I'm sorry. I need John Wall in this game. We are under a minute 30 now. We are now down 5 because 2K just royally fucked me up the ass. But we are going to sort this shit out, and I want to win this game. I do not want to go back to a game 7. I do not want to do that. I'm going to keep this lineup in right now. I think there's an argument to maybe replace Larry Markkinen because, again, I hate his potential defense on Jimmy Butler. Could replace him by Kelly Oubre, but honestly, is it really going to make that big of a difference? John Wall is 31-5-7. They wanted to keep him out in a potential closeout game under 2 minutes to go. Okay, that's certainly a decision. It's not a great decision. That's foul. Shit, I'm shooting free throws with Andre Drummond. Oh, man. That is just not what I was looking to get myself into right now. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I'm in the depths of hell right now. The depths of literal fucking hell. Look, I play bad 2K all the time. I sell. I mean, completely just fuck. This is fucking... Oh, I might have to take him out. I play awful 2K literally almost every single time I make one of these videos. So far, I would not say this one is on me. I think there's a more decent art. It's just Dante Cunningham. Get that shit out of here. I think this is a more valid argument. This one is just on 2K just bullshitting me. Cut to the fucking basket. God, I fucking am selling. I do not want to work one-on-one against Jimmy Butler. John Wall. Is it Damari fucking Carroll? Get out of my way. Am I being trolled? I am being fucking fucked with. What? Why is John Wall pulling up from outer space? Why is he trying to dunk from the fucking free throw line when we're down by... Oh my god. I'm being fucked with. 2K is fucking with me today. I am 1000% I'm being trolled. I am being trolled. That is actively what is going on right now. And I won't stand for it. I will not stand for it. There is no fucking way you can logically tell me that this game is not bending me over today. Because that is exactly what is happening. I might have to retire. DeAndre Jordan missed the free throw. It doesn't matter. You and... Oh, miss me with that bullshit. God damn. All right, I need a quick 3. That's basically what it comes down to. If somebody wants to give me a screen. Thank you very much. John Wall. All right, knock it. Was that so hard? I mean, it's not a 3, but at least it gets me some fucking points, which I have rightfully earned, I would say, at this point. We're going to go full court. No, don't foul. We don't need to foul. Why are you fouling? You... Can we do math, right? I mean, it's 24-second shot clock, right? I understand it's a dire situation. It's a 4-point game, but there's no reason to foul until you absolutely have to. It's Jimmy Butler's going to hit the free throws, right? He's Jimmy fucking Butler. Good God. This game is just pissing me off today. That's exactly what is happening. We're now going to have to head back to Washington, for a game 7 that is do or die and not a situation I wanted to find myself in. But it's the reality of the situation we are now in. So, where's John Wall? Can we not run back? And we don't have 8 fucking years to get this done. Markkinen, back to John Wall. Pulls up from... Not dead yet. Not dead yet. Don't foul. Do not foul. There's no reason to foul. Do not fucking foul. That had... I quit. What was that? What was that? Game 7. Game 7. We won. My eyes are closed. Let's... God. It's like, what the hell did I just go through all that gameplay for? I mean, holy shit. This video has been whatever. I don't even know how to describe it. I mean, we put together a really good team. And I'm happy I got Wall and Beal a championship. Actually, nobody on this team has won a championship, have they? Wow, that's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure the entire team has Lon, right? Was he on that Bucks team back in 2021? I don't know. You get my point. This video has been long enough. It's been stressful enough. It's been painful enough. And you guys are sickos, so you probably enjoyed it. That's it for me. As always, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys all in the next one.